Omaha, y'all don't make some noise for Bud Crawford.
I like to thank everybody.
You know, I just know and know the caliber of fighter that Errol is. You know, just like I know the caliber fighter of Tim. You know, I think both of them have taken a lot of damage in their career so far. But I just think, Errol skill-wise, just edge.
I couldn't think of a better scenario. He's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. This fight, is happening now. I think it's happening at a great time. Terence is my dancing partner. I feel like we're gonna make each other great. I wanna, show everybody that I'm back.
Terence Crawford shared his first reaction after training alongside Errol Spence ahead of the massive showdown with Tim Tszyu. Crawford said Spence looks sharp, focused, and fully confident, believing the truth has what it takes to shock Tszyu on fight night.
Great, because we hold each other accountable. Like today, I'm like, man, nah, but he like, man, come on. I'm like, all right, let's go. And those are the moments that is defining in a fight, where those last rounds that your body is telling you no, but your mind is like, let's go. So
Errol Spence is pushing himself to the limit in training camp, showing fresh motivation and intense focus as he prepares to silence doubters and prove he still belongs among boxing's elite.
Definitely, a long road to get to this point. Stuff takes time. My dad always say, man, he's so stubborn. Yeah, I'm stubborn, but
Spence believes this fight will shape how his career is remembered, seeing it as an opportunity to reclaim his place at the top of boxing.
Old school fight. This is what my dad used to talk to me about when he used to watch fights 40 years ago, when you had Tommy Hearns and Ray Leonard and all the greats, the four kings, and people adored them because they're really competitive fighters.
Crawford also believes this is a massive fight for boxing. Crawford understands that a victory could restore Spence's reputation and immediately place him back among the sport's elite competitors.
Them fights that would be talked about.
Spence has always been known for his pressure fighting, body punching, and physical strength. And much of the camp has reportedly centered around sharpening those strengths again.
The harder I work, it's gonna benefit, my kids, my mother, my father. So I know it's not just me. And that's one of the things I had to realize again once the car accident and, certain things happened, and realize that it's not just me. I'm in there, not just me. I'm fighting for everybody, because everybody's sacrificing their own way.
And you got control.
And when it gets hard, I'll be like, man, I don't know if I can do this. But then I'll be like, my kids deserve better. Now I'm gonna keep working.
Trainers have emphasized that elite conditioning will be critical against a younger, aggressive fighter like Tszyu, who is expected to bring constant pressure and power.
It's gonna come down to fortitude. He faced a lot of things that shows that he has the mental fortitude and mental toughness. And I think that that's going to play a big role in Errol.
Spence knows he cannot afford to fade late in the fight, especially after years outside the ring. So, conditioning has reportedly become one of the central focuses of camp.
Training is hard. It's going down on me during fight night. I'm kind of like a worry freak. It's only your fault when somebody exploits you and bring out that weakness that you already knew you had, but you didn't change the results. So it's better to do it now and not have to worry about your legs getting tired in the fight, because the fight's too late. I'm doing everything, training hard, sparring hard.
Sparring sessions have been intense and highly strategic. Spence's team appears focused on recreating the style and rhythm of Tszyu in training, using sparring partners who can pressure forward, throw combinations, and force exchanges at close range.
Save you out there. You're on your own. If I miss a tackle, I got someone to get my back. If I drop the ball, someone can pick me up. If Earl drops the ball, that's over. It's over.
While his opponent seeks an edge high above sea level, Spence hunts for his. in the searing Texas heat. He knows in the pick'em blockbuster ahead, the smallest of margins could tip the outcome.
It's just a tough, gritty gym. It's old school. If you can get through being in a 100-something degree gym, sparring and training, once you get in front of those bright lights, it's pretty easy for me.
The goal is to sharpen timing, reflexes, and defensive awareness while helping Spence regain comfort under live pressure.
He doesn't stop. He sparred like 12 or 13 rounds a day. He's a worker. He understands like what it's going to take to be successful.
That's why he's the best coach in boxing, because he don't try to pamper me. When I look like, he gonna say I look like, I don't care how big you get, ain't nobody get pampered, and he gonna critique me like I'm a grown man. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
Real. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
That's how my best coach has been.
Social media people telling you how great you are. You ain't got nobody telling you, hey, tighten up. That's how you fall off. That's how you get up there and...
Spence believes he still has unfinished business in boxing. He wants to remind fans and critics that one difficult loss does not erase years of elite performances and championship accomplishments. His confidence seems rooted not only in his physical abilities, but also in his understanding of the sport.
I'm the big fish. I'm the shark in the ocean. Put me in there with other sharks. I want my fans to see that I'm facing a real champion, a real fighter who's just as hungry as me, the big fish. If I lose, it would be because he's better than me. It wouldn't be just because I didn't train 100% or I wasn't focused. I feel undestructible. I just feel like another fight.
Crawford says he has long respected Errol Spence Jr., dating back to Spence's amateur and Olympic career. He insists he was a genuine fan before they ever became rivals, having followed Spence's early development and supported his rise in boxing.
His fan.
I'm right.
Like, people always thought, like, they thought I didn't like him and all that. I'm a Spence fan.
No,
like, when we the build up, I'm like, man,
respectful.
hey, let me get your autograph. You know what I mean? Because I watched you come up. I'm older than you, but I watched you, rooted for you when you was in the amateurs, when you was in the Olympics, all that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you came when I fought in Dallas and Arlington. You was there watching me fight. You know what I mean? It's okay to say you a fan.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, it's okay. Like, I was a fan of Spence. Like, I'm still a fan. I hope he do well.
Greg Hackett acknowledges that Spence has clearly been training and believes his mentality is focused and serious, showing a mindset of having work to do and ignoring outside opinions.
I don't know what to expect as far as his eyes. I haven't seen him in the sparring session. I haven't seen him in anything in the gym. I seen him in the gym. I know he's been training, but I haven't seen him. So I can't say, like, his eyes and reflexes, I can't say what they're gonna look like. But I know his mentality is, I got work to do. So, you know what I mean? When Tim Zoo said, well, you didn't even win my hand, I don't got it again. We get ready to fight. That let me know that Errol Spence is in the right state of mind. He understands he got work to do, pain to put in. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I think Tim Zoo is looking at it like a lick, like he think Errol.
According to Hackett, Zoo needs to come out aggressively using his jab and avoiding distractions or verbal exchanges. If they trade freely, either fighter can win, but the smarter one will have the advantage. Spence won't be able to bully Zoo throughout, though he may have moments of control, and Zoo will also have opportunities.
Errol had to do to be successful, and then what does Tim have to do to be successful?
Tim got to come out and be aggressive with a jab and not getting caught up in little arguments where they going back and forth with each other. If they sitting there trading back and forth, then either one of them got a shot. But whoever's being a little bit smarter than the other, I think has a chance. I think that's how this fight goes. I don't think Errol Spence just going there and just bully Tim Zoo. But I think it'll be spots where he can play bully. I don't think Tim Zoo could go in there and just do what he went to Errol, but it's going to be spots he can get off. Whoever's
Errol's former rival, Sean Porter, has dismissed concerns about his sharpness and physical strength following his extended layoff. He argues that Spence has not been inactive in terms of development, but instead has stayed mentally involved in boxing and maintained discipline throughout his time away. Porter believes Spence has also removed himself from negative influences, using the break as a chance to reset mentally and emotionally. Rather than seeing the layoff as a decline, he views it as a potential advantage that could make Spence even more focused and dangerous. He emphasizes that elite fighters do not lose their core skills easily and suggests Spence has benefited from recovery after years of intense competition, injuries, and personal challenges.
Like he told me, he's been moving, he's been active. It hasn't specifically been boxing, but in his mind, and I'm inclined to agree with him. I've been moving. I've stayed away from the negative vices that I've had, and I've just been with my family. He seems like he's in a good, positive space, and I think that for him, for some of us, this is work. For other people, like some guys really love this thing and can't live without it and all that kind of stuff. I think for Errol, it's like a little blend of both. Like he loves boxing, he loves this aggressive, physical nature of this sport, and on top of that, he get to make money doing it. You know, so I think that when he says, you know, well, when the question is presented to him, why are you here? The answer for him is, I can still do it, and I still like.
Analysts discuss Errol Spence's move to 154 pounds, framing it as a major shift in the junior middleweight division. They note that Spence's arrival immediately reshapes the division, especially with Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fondora also positioned in key fights that could determine future unification scenarios. They emphasize that every possible combination among Spence, Tszyu, Thurman, and Fondora produces compelling, high-stakes matchups rather than mismatches. Spence's willingness to take on a dangerous opponent like Tszyu after a long layoff is highlighted as evidence of his competitive mindset and confidence. Right now, the 154-pound division has become one of the most intriguing in boxing, with multiple elite-level fights that could easily reshape the championship landscape.
Against
Tim Tszyu.
Matter of fact, right, exactly. A common opponent, you know. So maybe even though I think Errol has said, I'm never fighting Keith Thurman, no matter what.
But if that's the case, if Keith Thurman beats Fondora, now you got 2 belts. There's nowhere else you can go.
Well, they would have to fight each other. Errol will have to get past Tim Tszyu,
right? And
then that can be built, not mega fight.
No,
but
I would say that's a mega fight.
You would, yeah.
I would say that's a mega fight.
I think so. What do you think, Caleb?
If they both win with knockouts, Errol Spence wins with a knockout, Keith Thurman wins with a knockout, that's not a mega fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe he's speaking to like the fact because of where they're in their careers.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, I think that's just as an exciting fight as any, regardless of who wins, between the Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu, and whether Fondora and Keith Thurman. I mean, out of those 4.
Tim Bradley suggests that Tszyu has a noticeable breaking point when placed under sustained pressure. He argues that Tszyu's past fights and in-ring injuries may have left psychological effects, including moments of hesitation and vulnerability when exchanges become intense. Bradley believes these factors could become significant weaknesses against a high-level opponent. He then shifts to a stylistic breakdown of the fight, emphasizing that Spence holds clear physical and technical advantages.
He gonna play with Tim Tszyu? Nah, hell no. Yeah, got the two-tone guts in that bad boy. Yeah, woo-hoo-hoo, trying to tell y'all, he ain't playing with no damn Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, listen to me. Tim still got some pop on his shots, but damn it, once I see a breaking point in a fighter, shit, that's all I need to see. And I know Spence see it too. Tim Tszyu, he got a breaking point, people. That's the problem with him, okay? He's had some traumatic experiences, not outside the ring, but inside the ring, for sure. When he got that cut on top of his head, all of that, oh man, he be having flashbacks. The headbutt or something, oh yeah, PTSD like a mug. You know, that's what I see. This is what I see with my eyes. This is what I see. I'm just letting y'all know, right? And he get in there with somebody that he far more superior than, then he look like $1 million. He flying on all cylinders. But the minute he get in there with like a Bakaram, Martazaliev, he get knocked out. You know? Knocked the hell out.
According to Bradley, Spence's size, southpaw stance, and deep experience against elite competition make him a difficult challenge for Tszyu. He notes that Spence's ability to control distance, apply pressure, and trade effectively from the left-handed stance could trouble Tszyu throughout the fight. Bradley pushes back against critics who dismiss Errol Spence Jr. due to his inactivity, arguing that time away from the ring does not erase elite skill or experience. He emphasizes that ring character, composure, and proven performance against top-level opposition are far more important than recent activity alone. Bradley suggests that Spence's long career against high-caliber opponents has already built the kind of toughness and adaptability that cannot be easily lost. He maintains that elite fighters retain their core abilities even after layoffs, especially when they have deep amateur and professional experience.
Spence is willing to punch with him. Yeah, and you know that, man. Tim Tszyu don't move his damn head for nothing in the world. And he got his ass whooped by a southpaw. And Spence is what? A southpaw. Now, I know y'all gonna be like, man, well, it's a lot of inactivity, Tim. A lot of inactivity. When you elite, and you working, and you sacrificing, and you running, and you training, and you weight training, and you doing what you need to do to get ready, you know, the time don't damn matter. Because guess what? The miles are already in it. The experience is already in it. There's a lot of character in this damn car that's being restored. A lot of character in Spence. And the last time he was in the ring, he showed his character. Yeah. So, hey, if y'all want to discount Spence or disqualify his abilities on just inactivity, go ahead. I'm not. Hell no, I'm not. No, I know what type of beast he is. Spence is the damn beast, a future Hall of Famer. And if you didn't know, now...
Many analysts believe this fight will ultimately be shaped by timing, experience, and the contrasting paths both fighters have taken to reach this moment. Tim Tszyu is widely recognized for his consistency and activity, having remained sharp through frequent competition and stayed in a strong competitive rhythm. In contrast, Errol Spence Jr. brings a long championship pedigree, elite-level experience, and the added challenge of returning after an extended period away from the ring.
You know, it's a good little fight for him. Man been out 3 years. Tim Tszyu been active, former world champion. You know, he ain't going to get nobody we don't know. I can't take nothing. I can't do nothing but salute him, take my hat off for him, and see how he go to work. I think he gonna be fine. He look like he's in good shape. You know, he ain't look all out of shape. He look like, you know, he look good. You know, he look mentally all there. And I mean, them little 3 years, like I said, I told him as soon as it happened, I said, okay, he had other stuff going on. You know, other stuff going on. That was a 5-year accumulation. A lot of stuff he did going through the rigmaroles with Bud, trying to figure out if they was gonna fight and building up his reputation and all this stuff. That was a lot. That was a lot. He been doing this since 2012. That was a lot, you know? So 3 years off, you know, he come in contact with life too. He come in contact with life too. It ain't just about us and what we want to do and what we want to see. He got a life. He in there, you know, so he did right. And I'm glad to
Both men arrive with different pressures, expectations, and personal journeys that could significantly influence their performances under the spotlight. Boxing analyst Bernie the Boxer believes Errol Spence Jr. will still come out victorious despite his long layoff from the sport. He argues that Spence's fundamentals, experience, and championship pedigree give him a strong foundation that does not disappear with time away from the ring. In his view, elite fighters like Spence retain their core skills, ring IQ, and ability to adapt under pressure even after extended periods of inactivity. While acknowledging the risk that comes with ring rust, Bernie ultimately trusts Spence's class and proven track record at the highest level, stating that experience and skill will outweigh activity when the bell rings on fight night.
Tell me, how do you see the fight playing out?
I expect him to win.
Yeah?
Yeah. I expect him to win. Yes. I think Errol Spence, he can do more than what he's shown. He just don't have to. You know, I seen it. I think he can do more than what he's shown. He just didn't ever have to. In the aspect, like I'm saying, you know, this guy got, I mean, this guy got, he got a lot in him. I think he got a lot in him. He got a lot in him, you know. In them 3 years, he had to come back to all the stuff he had to endure. Like I say, he looked in good shape. You know, he went away. You know, he didn't come out right away. He went, and then he back now. You know, he went to get his mind together. That's tell you something about something.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.